Hello and welcome back to Rising Angels Reborn. A planet that has no name, a world that has no civilization. The woods are as still as the lost grave and the adventurer Killer Carson. No, bad! No thinking about dead Cetos. If you think about the names on the wall, you're going to end up being one. Still, comparison is warranted. So silent around here, so still. Not even a breeze is blowing through the abandoned campsite. Such peacefulness sits ill in my heart. We should return to the ship. It's okay. We just scared all the animals away with the ship's engines. They'll return in time. And eat us, perchance? Well, I don't know. Stop worrying, Colonel. I checked the scanners, and nothing bigger than my fist registered for 5 miles around us. Small can be ferocious. With all due respect, we should limit our voices to not disturb any potential wildlife, sir. Major Pucil, are you ready? The sudden shift of Sol's professionalism towards me catches me off guard for a moment, but I grab it as an anchor. Focus is key. This is no different than a training mission. I'm ready. Nobody touch anything. Clues around here could be anything. And I am heading back to the shuttle. If you need me, my lady, please call. That will be fine, sir. If you need a break, I could always use the company. We've got work to do. We are yours to command, Major Pucil. Okay, Lieutenant Zuri, I want you setting up sensors and seeing what you can about any remaining camp defenses. Already did. Really? It was the first thing I did when I came off the shuttle. It'd be really bad of me to let you step on a landmine or something. She's right. I should have had her check the first second she stepped off. A mistake. Surprisingly good work from you. Don't sound so surprised all the time, please. Then could you keep an eye out for any potential threats? Of course. Nobody's going to hurt you while I'm here. My gut tells me that casual remark is a serious one. It's a comforting thought to know that someone is ensuring my safety. Captain Moonfellow, I want your help in determining what happened to the camp's residents. Camps almost looks too spotless to be abandoned. I need to study the local fauna anyway. Our mission takes priority. Don't lose focus. Sol. Major Hackett. Major, my mission is to investigate flora and fauna. It is a mission from the Board of Directors. Yours is Space Force directed. My mission trumps yours. Now wait but I can do both. You can count on me, Natalie. Thanks. Oh, she needs to remember a team, not a bunch of lone wolves. If she has her own mission, we can't hold a grudge. Orders are orders. Oh, whatever. Focus, Major Hackett. I need you to help me look for clues about what they were doing here. This place reeks of strangeness. Then we are in agreement. Why here? Why this place? I don't see any good reason to stay here. That's what we need to find out. And may luck bless us. I'll report anything I find. I walk through the camp with the utmost care. Any potentially delicate clue could be lying underfoot. I have to be cautious. But as I nose around the tent, it's the lack of clues that highlights itself to me. There's no sign of a struggle. No sign of an attack by wildlife that could have driven the researchers away. No signs of a hasty departure. Why would someone abandon all of their survival gear? Yet I cannot find any trace of what they were doing. All computers or documentation are conspicuously absent. Personal effects are also strangely absent. I can find plenty of jackets for what I suppose would be cold nights, but I can't find a single picture of someone's loved ones. Why? I sit down on one of the thin collapsible chairs around the table. I could only presume once held computer racks. There has to be something here that I'm missing. Were they planning on returning soon? Maybe an excursion into the local area. Still, why would they take all of their computer equipment but none of their survival gear? Bridge, this is ground team. Go ahead, ground team. Requesting a scan for any humanoid life forms within a 50-mile radius of our site. Wilco, we'll send you the results in 10. Copy, thanks. There isn't any point doing that, Nat. What makes you say that? Zuri flares her wings like a hawk zooming in on its prey. I have to resist the urge to jump back. I can feel the disturbances on the wind, the voice of the world. You can? Your wings are sensitive enough to detect those sort of things? It takes a lot of work to decipher what I feel, but you don't get to perform it if you can't feel the wind. When a warrior spirit is in harmony with the world, all of its secrets will be revealed. I knew it was a good idea to bring you along. What do you feel? What secrets are out there? I'm sorry, I'm just a little excited. This place, it feels dead. Yeah. Like the inhabitants disappeared in a flash. The wind, the world, it all feels vacant. Like we're sitting on a sacred site that was to remain undisturbed. You sound a little scared. A true warrior fears nothing. I guess I'm not a true warrior, though. It is putting me on edge. Like any moment, something will rise and devour me. We're all here together. Might not be able to do much to fight, but you can count on me. Oh, don't worry. I haven't trained for years just to let some spooky camp make me run in fright. Defending you is my duty. I just feel really ill here. Can we go soon? We will soon. Is there anything I can do to help you out? I have tea if you'd like it. Tea is a sage's drink, not a brave warrior's. But thanks for thinking of me. Aren't all warriors supposed to be scholars as well as fighters? Try some. Oh, you caught me. It's too bitter for my taste. I like sweet things. So things that aren't like you? I'm so sweet you can't leave me out in the rain. Did you find anything? Ah! Sorry, I've got a bit of a lump in my throat for some reason. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Whoever was here fled quickly, but ensured that we would have no easy way to follow them. It could be possible that the researchers were captured by pirates. Pirates would have taken everything of value. The generator over there was worth thousands, but it was left behind. Then what do you think happened, lizard brain? I don't know. If you're going to shoot down my theory, at least have something to replace it with. Ground team, this is the bridge. Go ahead. Negative on those scans. You're all alone down there. Thanks. Puce all out. I told you, the wind never lies. So, we have no clues. It would appear so. Someone is trying very hard to make sure that we do not find out what the researchers were doing. Faye shoves away past Zuri's outstretched wings. Clearly trying to get to me in a hurry. I might have a clue. So, did you find a bone or something? I'm not a dog. You always fool me. Please hurry, Major. I don't want to touch it. Is it hazardous? Sol, get our chem gear. Roger. No, it's just... You need to see for yourself. Captain Moonfellow leads me to a spot on the far edge of the camp. The soil is disturbed and I can see where she was digging. Was she secretly looking for a bone? If she was, she found one. A datapad lies half buried in the soil. The corner of the rectangular tablet juts out. I can only assume that Captain Moonfellow was pulling it out when she realised I should do it. You were very smart to leave the excavation to me. We don't want to risk damaging it. That's not it. That isn't dirt staining the screen. Curiosity gets the better of me, so I skip safely following procedures, and pull it out without being delicate. She's right. That dirt stain is far too red to be from this soil. Perhaps they found it on another planet. They found it somewhere with red sand, or... That makes no sense. Why would they dig it up in one place just to bury it in another? And it wouldn't have a splotchy pattern like it has now if it was from soil. Could it be... blood? Dried up blood? It smells like it. Blood. But whose? Why? And who would bury a blood-covered datapad? How deep was it? Barely under the surface. I was looking for more signs of disturbed ground, but none of the others had anything buried in them. Rats. Still, we might be able to pull something useful from this one. We shouldn't stay here. What do you mean? We need to do a full scan of the area. It's possible we may find the fate of our missing researchers. There's something wrong here, very wrong. The land... My father always taught me to listen to the animals. If you can't hear them, he said, you should run. Even though I've gotten a slightly worrisome feeling, I don't feel anything like Zuri or Moonfellow are talking about. Still, I would be unwise to ignore the advice of my crew. Everyone, gather up! We're heading back to the Nimros to investigate this datapad further. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet because of a spooked puppy who can't handle a little blood. I can. Major, please listen to us. We need to go now. Darkness is setting. That's just a storm cloud. You can't seriously think you're going to dissolve because you're so sweet. So, our security officer just said they don't feel safe here anymore. We are going. Fine. I look at the storm clouds off in the distance. I don't feel like retreating from a mystery. But if my crew is to trust me, I must trust them. Besides, I've got a potential clue. I brush off the remaining specks of dirt from the tarnished silver casing. My little enigma must have something important on it. It has to. Someone tried hiding this one, and I can only hope it was a researcher who didn't want whatever got the other computers. It must be someone who knows the truth can never die. People don't murder others over old trinkets and ruins. Something important was here, perhaps something dangerous. Command wouldn't have sent me after old pottery. A weapon, maybe? A weapon is something people would kill over. A weapon is worth sending out to Ceto. A weapon. Could there have been an ancient weapon of mass destruction buried on these grounds? Or which stirred the grounds of a mystery beast left unsolved? Zuri lightly grips my shoulder, bringing me back to reality. Sorry, everyone, pull out! As I step out of the shuttle airlock, I can't help but feel a little happy. It almost feels like returning home after a long day at work. Actually, that is what it is. Huh. Never really thought about it. The ship is my home now. The commander should hear about her discoveries. I'm going to report into her before I tear this thing apart. Go ahead. I'm so sorry for all my yawning. It's getting annoying. The ridiculous thing is it's currently 8:30 in the morning, so I should not be this tired. Go ahead. I need a word with Lieutenant Zuri. Huh? So, it was my decision to come back home. I know, and I accept that. I just need to talk to her about something work-related. Alright, don't be too long. This will be quick. Do you think she'll be alright with him? Tell the commander that I got mud all over my boots. I'll be there shortly. I'll go tell her. Thanks. I barely make it 10 feet before Sol's deep voice booms out. Lieutenant, what were you thinking out there? Thoughts. That's what most people think. Let me make myself a little more clear. When I looked up from my investigation, do you know what I saw? The sun? A bird? Natalie? If you knew what was good for you, you would stop talking. I saw you, Lieutenant, staring off into space when she was on duty. I wasn't staring off into space, I swear, Major. Okay, the forest. I don't care where you were staring. It wasn't any of your security equipment. Let me be clear. I barely tolerate your constant accidental assaults, your lax behaviour, and your disrespect. I somehow manage to muster the strength each day not to write all of that paperwork. But when we finally have a real use for you, the last thing I imagined you doing was just standing there with your mouth open. You keep telling me how you want to be a real warrior. I do. I am. Then what the hell were you doing out there? The whole team was in danger because of your actions. I had it under control. Why can't you trust me? Mind your tone. Sir, I wasn't zoning out or whatever you think it might have been. Oh, and what were you doing, Lieutenant? I was sensing the wind. What? With my wings. I can detect the slightest vibrations in the air, which allows me to detect any threat long before it gets close to us. That's amazing. You think so? Of course. How could anyone be so remarkably stupid? Proves we clearly have not hit the bottom of the barrel. It's true. Oh, I don't doubt that you believe in your freaky mutant superpower. However, can you tell me what this is? It's my sensor monitor. And what does it do? It allows me to monitor my sensors that I placed around our camp, sir. Oh, and now I'm sir again. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? That I should have relied upon my sensors per regulations, sir. I know it is pointless to say, but if you know that, I shouldn't have to remind you. Don't slack at the next site. I'm counting on you to protect us. Yes, sir. And watch where you put those talents of yours. You smashed a couple of bottles at that site that I was going to inspect. Sol stays aspirated, but I'm on the fence if I should support him. True, Zuri needs to follow her checklists, but having a second layer of defences is smart. What if Zuri's method had detected something that the sensors couldn't read? Or what if Zuri missed something on our sensors and we got attacked? Both of them are right. I want to move in to support them and end this, but I can't undermine Nimros's executive officer when he's setting his standards. All I can do is support them both, and hope they someday see that they both could have been right or wrong today. Oh, hey. You seem to hold up pretty well. Oh, you must have been in a good mood today. You actually yelled at me for something other than being a lizard. I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. Besides, a good warrior doesn't let petty insults get under her skin, she says, as she brushes away something that glistened from the corner of her eye. Still, her ability to bounce back is admirable. If it makes you feel better, I didn't feel like I was in any danger with you there. I felt like we were in danger. It was like the land was crying out in anger at our arrival. Land crying out? I'll have to check the shuttle's external audio recorder to see if there was something I didn't hear. Hey, Nat. Thanks for standing up for me out there. No, don't look so surprised. What did you think I was going to do? Call you lizard brain and ignore your recommendations? You're good friends with Sol, so yeah. Just because we're friends doesn't mean we see eye to eye on everything. I trust him, Zuri, but I trust you as well. You trust me? I've never heard that before. What? Well, most people only say they can trust me to screw things up. I'm going to be the best warrior there is. You can count on me, Nat. People trust her to screw things up? Well, I meant that I can trust her because she's a fellow soldier. No, Zuri seems so passionate. I want to have faith in her. It would be ill of me not to give her my full support. Let's go back, I'll show you. I'll fight the evil storm threatening to destroy you. Oh, God. How about we go report to the commander before she becomes an evil storm herself? Roger. I like her. It's good to have a kind, good-spirited security officer. Victory and promotions are assured. Mom, Major Pusel report. I found the escape trails for the shuttles. Welcome back, Major. I found all 5 of their escape trails to throw us off. I bet you didn't find anything. I've already heard your story, Lieutenant. But she hasn't. I bet you're regretting me not sending me along now, aren't you? The camp was abandoned. It didn't appear to be ransacked. We were unable to locate any documentation or electronic devices. See? You should have had the real hero go with her. Except for this data pad. We found it covered in dried blood and buried in the dirt. Captain Moonfellow was the one to find it. Excellent work. I also want to commend you on the hasty retreat. The storm you spotted appears to have grown in strength. Our sensors are reporting weather strong enough to prevent takeoffs. So much for going back there now. That storm, it could have been dangerous. But was that a simple coincidence, or a sign of something more sinister? Zuri looks disturbed, her frank smile familiar, being replaced by a restless look of distress. I'm going to bring her with me from now on. Even if she was wrong, she's got a good sense for the weather. I'd rather not be trying to search for a site in a hurricane. Let me see that. Not so fast. Let me see that! I meant I haven't done an in-depth investigation on it yet. I don't know the secrets it may contain. Yeah, power on. We should be doing this in a controlled location. Need a password. Did you think to find that? Give it back. I snatched it out of the rude Kitsune's hands before she has a chance to inflict any further potential harm. If you will excuse me, Mom, I will report him once I determine what sort of secret it may contain. While we do what? Sit on our thumbs? I already told you that I have the locations of 5 outbound shuttles. Then follow one of them. I'll give you a better idea of where I want to go after I work on this. Fine. Fine. This is not fine, this is actually dangerous, unlike the storm we ran from. Trust in her soul. I do trust Natalie. If she thinks we should continue forward while she works on the device, why can you not support her decisions? Because he doesn't trust any of us. Never mind them, my dear. Let us return to the lab and begin our work. I want to help. Me too. Alright, let's get cracking. I'll get us to the site where Star thinks the runaway shuttles went. You can count on me. Us. Thanks. I won't let you down. I'm a little nervous with the 3 of you hovering over my shoulder. This is boring. Make something happen. It takes a while for my program to work. It takes a few hours before we can pull all the encrypted data off. If you will pardon me, I must do an inventory of our supplies, my dear. I gotta go as well. Bye. Go ahead and leave. I can tell you're bored out of your mind as well. Aren't you bored as well? Ah, no way. There's too much mystery behind this. I want to be here the second this finishes. Oh, you're so motivated. I'm annoyed, more like it. Try as I might, there aren't enough clues to build any sort of case. My report back to command is going to sound so weak and pathetic. I can feel my promotion slipping through the cracks, but I'm going to let it. But I'm going to let it? Okay. It feels like there should be a knot in there, but maybe. How about you show me how to play Candy Shop? Oh, we need to focus on the job at hand. You look like you're about to tear your hair out. I am. Maybe you just need to think about it in a different way. By playing games. I would think that should serve as a better role model than that, Zuri. That sounds professional, I believe. The real answer is that I would have broken and won out if the security cracking program didn't cause immense lag. I have an idea. Why don't you play some music for me while we wait? Or we could just sit here in silence and wait. I like that idea. You don't have to play if you don't want to play, it's okay. So much for that approach. I think I'm going to try playing my soundtrack of flute music. See if she'll play along next time. I know I'm being a bother, but I want to hear it live. Over the whir of the machines, I can hear faint mustering. I glance over at Zuri and see her lips moving ever so slightly. If you want to tell me to shut up, feel free. The lab is the only place where rank holds no place. You think I'm a warrior, right? I am. I think I am. You are what you think you are. Wait, is that why you wouldn't play for me? Oh, you can't seriously be thinking that. I think a good workout is exactly what I need right now. My coach would be so disappointed in how much I've been slacking. Well, I'm not that stupid. You are what you think you are. So I'm a slacker. Do you think I'm a real warrior? I've played more computer games than you know exist, and I barely passed my fitness test. Huh? No rank here. Tell me the truth. I don't think you are. Scholars aren't warriors. They're weaklings. But you seem like a really smart scholar, and I like you as a friend. I'm glad you think so. I like you as well. However, I think you're completely and utterly wrong. I am a real warrior. Oh? Then let's spar. I need to practice my stances. No. You'd have me sprawled out over the floor. I'd rather not have to do my work later with a potentially broken bone. But you said you were a warrior. I am. I just fight a different type of battle than you do. I don't get you. You scholars are all the same, trying to confuse me. Maybe you're just not trying hard enough to understand. A glowing green light catches my attention. I flick the transfer switch and sit down in my computer chair. Sorry, Zuri. The rest of my life lesson is going to have to wait until later. It's ready? Is there anything I can do to help? Let me concentrate. I'll show you how to be a warrior in the digital age. That's not a real fight. It never is when I'm involved. The transfer complete. The program reports that I have acquired all files from the datapad. The most boring and exciting part of my investigation begins. One by one, I have to sort through each one of the files until I find something that's of use. People might call this an invasion of privacy, but I like to think of it as getting the mission done. Whoever owned this played Candy Shop too. Focus, Zuri. Sorry. The first thing to do is check the personal documents. If there's one place I'm going to jackpot, it's these. Incriminating reports, here I come. Minutes tick by as I flip through each of the 20 massive files in the documents folder. Occasionally, I'll throw a non-suspect one to Zuri to keep her distracted. My excitement dwindles with each passing one. Most of them are standard issue textbooks. I even recognise a few of them from my schooling days. There isn't even a general theme. I've got an ancient civilization book one side, and a fantasy book about dragons on the other. I pass the dragon one to Zuri, who dives right into it. Whoever kept this didn't keep records or journal entries. The only written documents I can find are a basic compositions course. I found a damn undergraduate's datapad. Damn it! Worthless. If I could breathe fire and smash stuff with my massive talents, it would be so cool. Didn't you smash things at the site according to Sol? Why would you want to do more of that? No, you're no fun. If you were 20 feet high, we wouldn't be able to fit you in the ship either. Can't you let me have my dream of being a super powerful beast of legends? I'm just curious why you want that. You seem to be powerful enough as you are. Nobody would dare to fight me if I was such a menacing monster. Protecting people would be easy. Dragons protected gold, not people. The mindless drivel coming out of my mouth is only stalling the onset of fear. Some young student's notes on a course I once taught isn't going to solve this. Don't fear, Nat. We'll get through this. You'll find the clues and I'll transform into a towering green dragon. Of course, sorry. I'm sure you... Okay, that's definitely a typo. I'm sure you know how a warrior of the digital age fights. Or should that be, I'll show you how? Whatever. Really, Natalie, you can't appear weak. I flipped through the pictures next. Nothing jumps out at me. The kid couldn't have been a year over 16. Where he is now, I can only assume the worst. I see a picture with a tall male and a plump female, both with greying hair. Parents. They're probably at home, wondering how their son is doing on his adventures in the galaxy. Mom. Does she worry about me? If Dad was still around, I know he would. He was adamant that I'd become a professor and teach history, not travel the universe. This is why we fight. Yeah, you might not believe it, but Sol always used to tell me that he joined the Force, so kids didn't have to feel unsafe in our turbulent age. Really? Why couldn't he have said that? Does Sol seem like the type to admit something so weak and heartfelt? Having compassion isn't a weakness. It is when you put yourself in danger every day of the week. I flipped past the picture, unable to dwell on it any longer. It isn't until the very last set of pictures that I finally find something of interest. Oh, transfer me that one, transfer me that one! A towering limestone tablet, delicate inscriptions carved on it. I don't remember seeing this at the research site, and a giant rock would have stuck out. The pictures come in a variety of angles. There are notes associated with them, but I can only assume the person who took these was excited. This rock was something important. Zuri, do you understand these inscriptions? I've never seen anything like this before. Ignatva la suatana mizano. You can read it? Nope, I'm just saying random things to sound smart. Not sure if sarcastic or just trying to upset me. Sorry, I really don't have any clue what these things are. Do not ever joke like that again. Sorry, Major. I enjoy a good laugh, but not in the heat of things. Computer! That is the house phone, but it's nothing I care about because it's another blowing telemarketer, so I'm just going to ignore it. I apologise if you can hear it going off in the background. Computer, cross-check this with my category database. I want to know what language this is. Yes, Major Pucil. Cross-checking with internal database before sending to external sites. Estimated response from SIT Sector 3 Linguistic Database is 12 hours. 12 hours? Welcome to the joys of interstellar communications. We won't be able to get a connection until we're in shift. Oh, I guess Command is going to have to wait a day. Which reminds me. Lieutenant Starr, this is Major Pucil on private. If you want to talk to me, do it in person. Too pressing. Could you distinguish what type of shuttles left the shift trails? Even if I could, do you know how many different types of ship are out there? Billions! 3,822 known types of craft still in use. I really just need to know if you could determine the size of ships. No, they're all the same stupid size. I just picked a random path. Or do you suddenly have one for me to choose? Isn't that... bloody hell. No, Lieutenant, I don't have any updated routes for you. We just need to be on our guard. One of those escaping shuttles is carrying precious cargo. So you do have something? Not until I can confirm a few things. Pucil out. Yes, I have the feeling that should have said... whatever Star's first name is, rather than the other one, so... Hey, wait! Didn't you hear the out part of my call? It's stuffy once you buckle up. We're going to make the shift in 5 minutes. Roger, out. Forgot about that chump. Like I said before, you're not quite a warrior yet. I'm going to buckle myself down in my bunk and think this over. Wake me up in a few hours, please. Good night, and good dreams. No, I don't want dreams, I want answers. Let it simmer for a while and the answer will come to you. I can only hope that some answers to this mysterious script will be delivered soon, though we're not too late before the shuttles disappear on us. Well, that seems like a reasonable point to end this video and say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.